Alright, Frank, either you're gonna hop out with me, or I'm gonna ask you to hop out with me. I'm asking, at this point now I'm asking you to hop out with me.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you to hop out with me because I'm legally allowed to tell you to hop out of the car.
Okay,
If you do not hop out of the car, you will be arrested for obstructing justice.
Frank Q. Jackson, the grandson of Mayor Frank Jackson of Cleveland, Ohio, died on Sunday night due to gunshot wounds. The one thing I've learned in this life and being in the game is if you live by the gun, you sometimes die by the gun. But this is not about just him. This got a lot more to do with the system in Cleveland. And I will explain. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. And this young man right here, look into his eyes. Because what you will see is a kid that just didn't get reprimanded when he was supposed to. And I'm going to explain in detail how messed up this situation is and how off the chain he really was.
Be quick. Like I said, I can be quick. As long as there ain't nothing in here, you're honest with me, I'm going to get you out of here real fast, okay? Okay, hop on out for me, brother, okay? You got, like I said, you got nothing on you, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, you gotta check.
I just asked you. You said I could.
Oh, no, I don't want something like that. I'm trying to get home.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to make this quick for you, that's all.
I'm trying to get home.
Well, I got to go back here, I got to check stuff. I'm just, I might get a canine here or something like that.
No,
Is there something in the car or no?
I'm trying to get home. That's all.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to do this quick for you. So, do I have consent to search your vehicle?
No,
Okay, alright, and then I'm going to close the door then, okay? And then I got to go check, I'm going to check out the driver's record and see if I have a canine working.
A little bit ago.
How many times are we going to do this, man?
No, I don't get what you're trying to say.
I asked you for consent to search. You said, yes, go ahead and search. Then I came back over here and asked you, and then tried to get you out of the car, and now you're saying that you don't want me to search.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And,
Well, I don't get it.
Alright, Frank, either you're going to hop out with me, or I'm going to ask you to hop out with me. I'm asking, at this point now I'm asking you to hop out with me.
I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you to hop out with me because I'm legally allowed to tell you to hop out of the car.
Okay, you're
If
right.
you do not hop out of the car, you will be arrested for obstructing justice.
I don't get it.
Frank, come out of the car. I'm not fighting with you. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
No, I'm not.
You just took off.
So he's looking taking off. You just took off North Mountain.
Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson was stopped because his car windows were tinted too dark. When asked to step out of the car, he fled the scene, pulling an officer alongside the vehicle. We're told that officer is okay. Jackson was charged with failure to comply with a police order, a third-degree felony. He pleaded not guilty and is being held on a $50,000 bond.
What a weekend it was for Frank Q. Jackson. Again, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson's 24-year-old grandson. It began really on Saturday morning in court, where Jackson answered to a judge on a domestic violence charge from December. According to the complaint, Jackson had assaulted the mother of his child by beating her in the head. A warrant was issued on Wednesday for his arrest. Then yesterday, he entered a not guilty plea, paid a $7,500 bond, and left Cleveland court only to be arrested early this morning.
Mayor Frank Jackson, he gave it a good shot, but he definitely failed within the combat of weapons and guns in Cleveland over his last 14 years of office. And he's in charge of the police department and all the law enforcement. This is what makes this situation so tricky. I could see if Lil Frankie, I'll call him Lil Frankie, if this was just his first situation and this was just all of a sudden this kid gets killed. But this was more than that. He was always involved in situations. A lot of his stuff starts in 2016. He was caught riding illegal dirt bikes through Cleveland. Now I got another video and that's coming up soon, so be ready for that this week. But we're going to be talking about New York dirt bikes, not Baltimore, but New York. Never got a thing, no charges ever put on him, and he was never convicted for any of those. In June 2019, an 18-year-old young lady came out and said that old Frankie here punched her, kicked her, and struck her with a metal truck hitch. Initially, the city's prosecutors did not bring any charges against him. But in September, a new prosecutor, they dropped the hammer on him, came with felony charges. He was even indicted for the felony assault, abduction, and a failure to comply to police orders. Eventually, he pled guilty for that. Now, you might think, he finally is going to get what he deserves. But in May 2020, a judge came in and gave him only 90-day sentence with 18 years probation. Well, you know what happened? Soon as he gets in, about 8 days later, they suspended 82 of those days. So he was back on the streets. There were a couple murders that happened in Cleveland that they believed that his car was part of the situation. Well, he comes in and just says, I sold the car. It's not even in my possession. All charges were dropped again. I'm telling you people, this young man here is not just a product of the system. This is about the flaws of the system. If his grandfather wasn't the mayor, this kid would have been in trouble. He would have been locked up and he would have never got murdered on the streets. But because he can run wild and think that he can ride motorcycles through the streets, murder people, hit people in the mouth, choke them, do whatever he thinks he can do, he felt he was above the law. But you know what happens to people who believe they're above the law? The streets end up giving the sentence. And the problem with when the street gives the sentence, it's a death penalty. And there's no questions asked after that. Have they found the people that shot him? No, not yet. I bet you one thing, it is all hands on deck looking for who murdered his grandson. Keep your eye on Cleveland, because Cleveland's another one of those cities that got some issues that they need to work on. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a piece of my mind. Take it easy.